Welcome to the Deep Dive, where we dig into a stack of sources to get you truly well informed. Okay, so have you ever typed something into an AI, hit enter, and then immediately thought, oh, did I really just ask that? Maybe you kind of wish the conversation could just, vanish. Whether you're working on something secret, maybe researching sensitive stuff, or you just value your online privacy, it can feel like using AI is really public. But what if there were features actually built in to give you more control, more say over your digital footprint? Today, we are diving into user guides, explainer articles, the whole stack, really. Our mission, to unpack how you can use ChatGPT with, well, a lot more peace of mind. We're focusing specifically on temporary chats and this idea of anonymous mode. We want to show you not just what they are, but why they matter for you, the curious learner, and exactly how you can actually use them.
Yeah, and it's really crucial to get a handle on these features now, with how much we interact digitally. Knowing how these tools work basically gives you back some control, lets you manage your information, keep things private when you need to.
Okay, let's get into it then. Our sources, they keep mentioning two things, temporary chat and anonymous mode. Now, they sound similar, maybe even the same. But there's a difference, right? Can you clarify what each one actually is?
That's a great question. They are definitely related but distinct. Think of temporary chat as the official OpenAI feature. It's built in. When you use that, your conversation, it's specifically not saved to your history. And importantly, OpenAI doesn't use it to train or improve their models.
Okay.
It's meant for those, one-off ephemeral chats. The second you close the browser tab or the app,
It's just gone.
exactly, vanish forever. It's basically like a private browsing mode, but just for that specific ChatGPT session.
Gotcha. So that's temporary chat. What about anonymous mode then? Is that a button somewhere?
No, that's the key difference. Anonymous mode isn't a specific button or setting you toggle. It's more of a concept, or maybe a state you achieve. You get there by using a temporary chat, plus the really crucial step of not being logged into any OpenAI account.
Okay, so temporary chat is the tool,
Right.
right? And anonymous mode is using that tool while not being logged in.
Precisely. Because if you're not logged in, OpenAI can't tie that specific temporary conversation back to you as a registered user. That's where the anonymous part comes in.
That makes a lot more sense. So, okay, we know what they are, but why go to the trouble? What are the practical reasons someone would actually use these?
Well, the sources point to quite a few scenarios. The most obvious one is asking questions you really wouldn't want saved anywhere. Think sensitive health information, maybe some personal dilemmas, things like that.
Things you wouldn't want popping up in your chat history later.
Exactly. Or maybe you just fundamentally object to your data being used for AI training. Temporary chat prevents that.
Right.
Sometimes you just want to use the tool without the mental weight of a permanent record being kept.
Yeah, like less pressure.
Less pressure, exactly. Or maybe you just need a super quick answer and don't want to bother logging in at all. We also see people using it for testing prompts, maybe for work, without cluttering up their main organized chat history.
That's practical.
Very. And of course, if you're on a shared computer library, school, whatever, using temporary chat, especially while logged out, is a must for privacy.
Or even just quick brainstorming sessions you won't need later.
Yep, quick, disposable brainstorming, like a digital scratch pad that self-destructs.
So it feels like this is more than just features. It's about, user control evolving, responding to privacy awareness.
I think that's a great way to put it. It shows AI platforms recognizing users want more agency. It's about building trust, which is, essential.
Okay, this is where it gets really useful for listeners. The step-by-step. Let's walk everyone through how to actually do this. Let's start with that method you mentioned for the most anonymity when you are not logged into an account.
Right. So for maximum privacy, being logged out is key. Here's how you do it. First step, open your web browser. Chrome, Firefox, Safari, Edge, whichever one you use. Now, here's a pro tip for extra privacy. Use a private window. That's incognito in Chrome or private browsing in Firefox and others.
Why is that better?
Because it ensures that cookies, site data, browsing history from that session aren't saved on your device either. It's like a clean slate.
Makes sense. Okay, private window open. Then what?
Then you navigate to the main site, chat.openai.com.
Simple enough.
Once the page loads, look for a button like Try ChatGPT or maybe Start Chatting. Click that. And here's the most important part. Do not log in. Resist the urge.
Right, because logging in links it to you.
Exactly. Instead, look for the temporary chat option. It often has a little clock icon. On a desktop, it might be near the top. On mobile, maybe tucked into a menu. Find it and select temporary chat.
And you'll know it worked.
Yes, you should see a confirmation message pretty clearly. Something like, this is a temporary chat. Conversations won't be saved, confirming it's temporary and won't be used for training.
Okay. And once you see that message?
You're good to go. Start chatting.
Great. That seems pretty straightforward for the logged out method. But what if you are logged in? Maybe you use ChatGPT regularly, have custom instructions set up. Can you still get the benefits of temporary chat without logging out every time?
Yes, absolutely. You can still use temporary chat while logged in. It's just, as we'll touch on, slightly different in terms of absolute anonymity.
Okay, so how does that work if you're already logged in?
So you're on the main chat screen. Look towards the top left, usually where it says New Chat or whatever the current chat's name is. Sometimes, depending on the interface version, this option might be near your profile name or icon in the bottom left.
Got it. Click on the chat name or profile.
Yep, click on that area. A drop-down menu should appear. In that menu, you'll see the option Temporary Chat. Select it.
And then?
The chat interface will likely reset or refresh, and you'll see that same confirmation message again, telling you you're now in a temporary session.
Okay, but you mentioned a nuance there about anonymity.
Right, so even in temporary chat, while logged in, the conversation itself isn't saved to your history, and it's not used for training. That part is the same. However, because you are logged in, OpenAI might still collect some associated metadata.
Metadata, like what?
Things potentially linked to your account, maybe general location info derived from your IP address. They state this is mainly for safety monitoring and abuse prevention.
Ah, so it's not completely unlinked from you if you're logged in.
Exactly. Which is why, for the highest level of anonymity, that logged out method using a private browser window is definitely the recommended approach.
That's a really important distinction.
One other thing to note. If you're using the logged out anonymous mode, you'll typically only have access to the free model, usually GPT 3.5.
Right, you need to be logged in with a paid account for GPT-4 or other premium features.
Correct. So there's a trade-off there, too.
Okay, this brings up a crucial point. Anonymous sounds great, but, the internet? Is anything ever truly 100% anonymous or hidden? What are the real limits here, and how do we stay safe?
That's such a vital question, and you're right. True, absolute 100% anonymity online is, well, practically impossible. Even if you're not logged in and using temporary chat, your internet service provider, your ISP, like Comcast or Verizon, can still see that your connection visited chat.openai.com.
Okay, so OpenAI doesn't know who you are, but your ISP knows where you went.
Correct. And in, very extreme circumstances, law enforcement could potentially request that connection data from the ISP. But let's be clear. For most everyday privacy needs, just not wanting a chat saved or used for training, temporary chat is generally quite effective.
So it's good, but not, foolproof against everything.
Exactly. And it's also not a VPN, right? It doesn't hide your IP address from OpenAI itself. They still see the general location your request comes from.
Why do they need that?
Mostly for delivering the service effectively and, again, for detecting and preventing abuse or misuse of the system.
Makes sense. Are there other limits, like at work or school?
Yeah, that's another point from the sources. If you're using ChatGPT through an account provided by your workplace or school, the administrators might have actually disabled the temporary chat feature entirely.
Ah, so if you can't find the option, that might be why.
It could be, yes. Worth checking your organization's policy. But the absolute golden rule, regardless of mode, is something we have to stress. Even in a temporary chat, never, ever share highly sensitive personal information.
Like?
Social security numbers, specific home addresses, credit card details, private passwords, deep personal secrets. The AI doesn't need that stuff to help you.
Don't put it in the chat box. Period.
Period. Always err on the side of caution. Always. Oh, and one more tip. Even if you prefer being logged in most of the time, you can go into your settings.
Yeah.
Under settings, then the data controls, there's an option to just turn off chat history saving altogether for all your chats going forward.
So that's another layer of general privacy, even outside temporary chat.
Exactly. But remember the trade-off with any non-saving mode, whether it's temporary chat or history turned off. The system won't remember your preferences or any custom instructions you've set up.
Ah, right. So each temporary session is a completely fresh start.
Yep.
You have to recontextualize if needed.
You got it. Convenience versus privacy, that old chestnut.
Okay, that's incredibly clear on the limits and safety. Super helpful. So let's say someone listening wants the absolute fastest, most private way to ask ChatGPT something quick right now. What's the simple checklist they should run through?
Okay, the quick check for maximum privacy, combining everything. 1, open an incognito or private browser window. Don't skip this.
The step 1, private window.
2, go directly to chat.openai.com.
Step 2, the website.
3, Critically, do not log in.
Step 3. Stay logged out.
4. Click that Try ChatGPT or Start Chatting button.
Step 4. Start without login.
5. Find and select Temporary Chat from the menu or interface. Look for the clock icon, maybe.
Step 5. Choose temporary chat.
6. Wait for that confirmation message saying it won't be saved or used for training. Then, start chatting.
Step 6. Confirm in chat.
And 7, maybe the most satisfying step. When you're completely done, close the browser window. That wipes it.
Step 7. Close the window. Poof.
Poof is right. That makes it truly ephemeral.
Perfect. So, really, what this all boils down to for you, our listener, is control. Knowing these features exist, knowing how to use them, it really puts you back in the driver's seat regarding your privacy with AI. It's genuinely empowering, isn't it, to know you have these options?
Absolutely. And like we always say, knowledge is great, but it's most valuable when you actually understand it and can apply it. These tools aren't complicated, really. They make managing your digital footprint much, much easier.
So by following these steps we've walked through, you can explore what ChatGPT can do, but with significantly greater peace of mind. And remember, sometimes it is absolutely okay for your questions, your fleeting thoughts, to just vanish when you hit close. It gives you that clean slate. Your curiosity remains completely your own. Maybe think about that. What does knowing you have this freedom, this digital erasure, unlock for your own exploration online?